Hey, all you Zealots and Zerglings, it's time for a 4 versus 4 on the map High Ground. And I apologize, I think I'm alright, but I apologize if I sound a little off, because I am trying to kick off a cold, but I think it's at a point now where it's probably not going to be very noticeable in this cast, so hopefully I can make it all the way through with, you know, without dying or something, but I think we're good. I think we're good. We got a 4v4 here, we got the map High Ground. An interesting map because your allies are really spread apart. It's kind of hard to reinforce each other. You kind of got to go in teams of 2 and hope that you don't just get overwhelmed by the other team before your allies can respond. But we'll see how it works out for this game, where I have spawned here in the southeast corner as the blue Zerg with my base buddy here, Contrarian, as the purple Protoss. And our far distant allies in the southwest corner, we have Dunamai as the red Zerg and Spartan as the teal Terran. Our opponents on the north side of the map, well, we've got Mariel MX as the orange Protoss, Klaus as the green Protoss, Talaris as the pink Terran, and finally we've got the Reaper as the yellow Protoss. So we can definitely say we're not going to be seeing Reapers from this player because, well, they don't have Reapers in the Protoss army, and probably with good reason. We do have an early scout from Mariel, that works. And they're going to have to keep an eye on that. This Overlord's going to be able to watch him for a while, but the Overlord's moving out of position. And yeah, he's going to run that Overlord there. And yeah, and there goes down the pylon, but it's going to be spotted immediately. And that is a Forge there, so he is definitely trying for that cannon rush there. And he's going to chase off that probe, but they got to deal with it. Oh, that's a bit of an overcommitment, Spartan, because frankly, you can't even fit that many SCVs around. Well, maybe you can fit that many SCVs around it, but it's still a bit of an overcommitment. He's going to cancel that, and all that mining time lost by Spartan is going to put him a little bit behind. And is he going to try this again? He's actually going to come back and try. He got it canceled once, and you're being chased by an SCV. How do you think this is possibly going to work? The Forge was up before, so it's not like you were just waiting for that before you dropped the cannon. You were trying to get a pylon down, and they're going to see this immediately. Alright, well, let's pull him off the line again, see if we can stop this cannon rush. You do realize this is coming, right? You do realize this is coming, right? And there he goes. He's going to send everybody out there again. I think it's going to be okay. I still think this is far too many, because even if they do manage to get this started and he drops the cannon, I mean, they're still going to get the pylon down. And yeah, and now the Marines there. So there was really no reason to send that many there. Just enough to kind of whittle it down before the cannon finished, and they would have been fine. Even if he dropped down another pylon. I mean, the Marine's done, another one's on the way. It would have been fine. It would have shot down that probe. So Spartan may be a little bit behind in his economy, but we'll see if that's going to be affecting him too much right now. We're going to have to see what Mariel is going to do now, because, well, his cannon rush was stopped, and now he's just throwing down a gateway, so that's definitely going to put him way behind. It also looks like he doesn't have much of an economy running right now. He's trying to chrono boost out those probes. Doesn't have a lot of money right now. Is he going to be a little bit behind everyone? He is a little bit behind. Looks like I'm behind as well. Why in the world is that? It looks like because I'm going for some early roaches. And are we going to be pushing up this way of the map? Or maybe he just wants me to send an Overlord there to keep an eye on it. There's an Overlord heading that direction. It looks like I was worried about any early aggression, so I was going for roaches. So that would kind of explain why my economy is a little bit behind right now. And oh, actually, the Reaper is also kind of not got a lot of workers going on, and he's going to put some defensive cannons up. He's really worried. So no one's really getting off to a good start right now. It looks like Contrarian is going to have the best economy right now, followed closely by Klaus and Dunamai that probably went a little bit more sane builds. What's Klaus up to? He's going to have that warp gate technology on the way, getting a couple gates out, and a Twilight Council. What is this going to be for? Let's not get any production up there. He's going to go immediately for Blank. Or we're going to be seeing some sort of Blank Stalker timing attack. It's going to be something to watch out for, because they're very mobile, and in the size of this map, it may be hard to chase those down. Looks like I finally decided it is safe to expand. I'm getting a little bit of money built up here. I'm going to do something about that and see if I can get... Definitely need to get some more drones out there, because I am a little bit behind. I do have some of my defensive roaches there to protect against any sort of aggression for a little while. It looks like Warp Gate research is done for Contrarian. He's going to convert that into a Warp Gate. And it looks like Klaus is also at that point right now, and he's going to get his Warp Gates out. We're going to see a big wave of Stalkers coming out now. Let's see, where's the Stalkers? And, ooh, getting a robo facility out, too. It's going to be hard to kind of push that out on one base. And chrono boosting out that, the blink out. Is that because he really wants to get it out there for a particular reason? And there goes the 3 stalkers coming in. A little low on gas. He may have to take a second base if he's going to keep powering out stalkers like that. Because stalkers actually get pretty expensive on gas. Oh, I guess it's only 50 gas. I guess it's minerals I was thinking that they're expensive on. I apologize. And we're going to ping there. What's going on? It looks like, looks like my Ling is going to, he is going to get out of there. I usually miss those, but I guess with the melee range unit. And, it looks like Dunamai's going to grab that probe before he can sneak that gold. So we're keeping eyes out on the map, but now Kloss does have this watchtower. That's going to keep him in a good position. Oh, that Ling's got to be careful. He runs up that ramp. He is dead because we got Marines with combat shields going heavy. Oh, wow. And, supply blocked. So he just finished the supply depot so he can start pumping those. Every single, there's like one open production slot on all of these barracks. That is kind of ridiculous. I think he's definitely overcommitting to Marines right now. Gonna go for the 1-1, even getting the back queue, the armor upgrade. I don't know about that. And what are these Stalkers Contrarian doing? It looks like they just poked out there. Maybe they're gonna take, no, they didn't take that watchtower, so I'm not sure what they were up to. Maybe they saw this base was going down. But, what do we got going here? It looks like Kloss is gonna get his Stalkers over there. If he had some vision, he could just basically blink over these rocks and just leave these up. Because right now he's trying to take this expansion, and actually, I guess Muriel's taking that expansion. He's going to leave that open for any counterattack pass, which the Zerg here, any Ling counterattacks. I mean, he is getting some cannons up because, well, he made that early forge. You might as well make as many cannons as possible. Oh, and he's going for the Stargate. What a surprise. And this Overseer for Dunamai, he knows about the Stargate. And, Phoenix is on the way, though. So, going to go for Phoenix. It's an interesting choice. The rocks are now down. Is Kloss going to be pushing forward with his Stalkers? It doesn't look like it, and it looks like that Overseer is going to get away. Kloss has got an observer here. Oh, looks like he's planning to blink here into the space. Yes, he is. Here he comes. Nope. No, he's going to change his mind here. He's going to take this expansion down. Doesn't look like there's anything here to defend it right now. Where are their armies? There's some Marines here for Spartan. No upgrades, but they do have the combat shield, but there's no army to defend this right now. So that's just going to go down. And he could actually blink up here right now, do some more damage maybe, if they were trying to move down here to do some, yeah, the Marines are coming in a little bit late. If he blinks up into here, he's got to be careful. And yeah, he is going to blink up this. This one Stalker, though, kind of got himself in a bad position, and these 3 Stalkers are going to keep going at it, and the Stalker's going to run into the base. Oh, they're going to spot the Spire by Dunamai, and they are going to take it out. I see nothing in here to defend this. And I really don't know what this Phoenix is doing right now. Broodlings are going to try to do a little bit of preliminary damage to the Marines for Spartan. Try to push in there and save what they can. And it looks like they're going to take this opportunity to just get out of there. And they will, I assume they're going to blink away. And, okay, he almost lost a Stalker there, but he managed to save all the Stalkers. They're going to get out of there. And they're going to have to try to keep an eye on that. Make sure that blinking doesn't keep happening. But now we got a big push out of Marines from Talaris, and the Reaper has got DTs in that armory. Do we have any detection? Well, I've got a Hydra. That's not really what I would call detection. And do we have a battle here? Looks like we may have had something going on here. I think I missed that. These rocks aren't down, so I don't know what's going on there. But looks like these Marines are going to take down the hatchery of mine, which I don't know why that's not even. There's something going down there that I just don't know what was happening. And it looks like we've got enough Marines to take on our army. I don't know, Contrarian's still got some Stalkers, but I don't think it's going to be enough, especially with that DT in there. Wow, just completely slicing through those Stalkers. And what are we going to do about this? We do have a Void right here, which is not going to be that good against this many Marines. Oh, actually, wow, he did manage to take that out. I didn't think he had enough Stalkers, but in fact he did. But his DTs are still running loose. Although not that many kills yet. And, yeah, he does have that observer, so he's going to try to prevent any more DTs going on. And it looks like we have some Corruptors out for Dunamai. I'm not sure what they're up to. Those Stalkers are going to try to take them on. And Corruptors really don't have an answer for Stalkers. Well, actually, they do have an answer for Stalkers. It's called the Broodlord. And, it looks like he's going to pull back. He probably could take that all out, though. This is one brave Roach. He's like, I got this, guys. No. No, I don't. Nothing left but a little bit of Gibbs here. A little bit of Gibbs. So we are feeling kind of pressure from both sides right now, and yeah, I have lost my expansion. What am I working on? It looks like I must have had some sort of attack going on here. There doesn't seem to be any reason why I would have such huge defenses. But maybe, I don't know. Getting an Overseer out now because, well, we had some DTs in here earlier. Looks like I'm going for a Roach Hydra build. +1 attack on those. Is +1 armor on the way? Nope, just going to be starting that +1 armor. We do have finally this gold being taken by Muriel, who is working on... yes, he found the V key. Oh, 5 Stargates? You're kidding me, right? 5 Stargates and getting the Graviton Catapult. You're not making any... Oh, no, he has started the carrier production. This could be brutal, but still 5 Stargates, and it looks like we do have this base spotted by... I don't know who. Unless this Ling ran up there and took a peek, I don't know how he knows this base is here, but it looks like the photon cannons are going to continue. He made that forge early, dag nabby. He's going to take advantage of that tech because heaven knows he's not building a ground army, so he doesn't need it for the upgrades. Let me see. Nope. No ground upgrades gotten. And apparently none needed. Looks like they're going to be taking on the space. Contrarian's going to use the Stalkers to deny that, but here comes the Mothership. What is the Mothership doing? The Mothership's there going by itself. Mothership's worthless if it's got no army to defend it. Oh my goodness, just threw away that Mothership, but here comes a bunch of Marines. So the Stalkers blink. They do have blink. They could blink out of there, and they do, and the Roaches might get a little bit of snipe, but I don't think 3 Stalkers are that big of a concern. They might get 1 Roach, but if they're not careful, they could meet. Who knows what they could meet. And what we got here? It looks like Spartan's trying to defend this flank now. I don't know if there's some more attacks going on here or what is going on, but and it looks like the forces have kind of retreated, and well, these Roaches want to take this Stalker with them. They're like, hey buddy, we got something we want to show you. Oh, careful, these Stalkers. If the Roaches had gone this way, they could have gotten those Stalkers out of position. There's no blink on those Stalkers. Very unlikely they're going to get away. Oh, but oh, no, he did manage to stop those Stalkers. They're going to check for that gold, but oh, unfortunately, it's going to cost them their lives. Actually, it might have been the Observer that spotted that, because I don't know if he could have caught the glimpse of them walking up that ramp or not. Looks like they're going to move here. Looks like Muriel is going to try to take the expansion again, but is it going to be any more successful? They have anything to defend it. And oh, it looks like even this Zealot might go down. But Colossus has got a lot of Stalkers. He's got Blink of his own. No upgrades, though. But he does have superior numbers, and these Zealots have +1 attack, +1 shields. Be careful, because here comes the Marines from Talaris, and you need to get these Roaches in front, preferably. But, oh no, the Roaches are going to get stuck! The Stalkers are going to blink away, and the Roaches are going to have to burrow. Are they going to try to do a scan? Did they scan? I don't think they realize that the Roaches are still there. And it looks like there's going to be an engagement here. There's a superior number of Stalkers for Colossus, and he just blinks everybody back. No blink micro there whatsoever, unless he was just trying to stall time for the Marines to get there. And I think Contrarian is going to have to retreat. But here comes my force of Roach. I have no forces here. Where is my army? What has been going on here? Have I been getting attacked and has the Reaper been attacking me with something? I don't know what's going on here. There doesn't seem to be any damage on my buildings, so I really don't know what's going on here. Oh, these Roaches are doing mine trying to get away, but some DTs have found them out, and they're done. That's it. They're not going to bother with that anymore. And it looks like they're gathering up for a massive attack, although it looks like those 2 carriers we saw getting built. Oh, nope, there's one other carrier, but he has not built that many carriers considering we saw that tech so long ago. Putting all that money, I guess, into another Mama ship, he just does not have the gas to pump out this huge air force right now. He's only on 2 bases, cannot get this 3rd one established despite him trying ever so hard, but they're gearing up for a huge attack. Moving to the center of the map, I don't know if that's a mistake. It'll give us a better chance to respond, although I have nothing. I got Roaches. That's going to be great against this force. It's going to get obliterated by this force. Looks like Spartan's going to be the first warning here, but the Stalker's going to blink and prevent the Marines from retreating. And the Stalkers are going to be like, no, we're going to move on. But a couple of Spines here will help slow this force down. And some Roaches from Dunamite, but there's a big force here. Are we going to be able to repel this? It looks like we are moving our forces down here to help engage this. And really oversaturated on this base. I guess he's trying to build this base with expansion over here, but he may lose a lot of drones if he doesn't get them out of there soon enough. But these Stalkers are a little bit too far ahead, which means Contrarian might be able to pick them off. But with the Mama ship here, do we have any detection? I don't see any detection immediately. What can we see right now? It looks like we do have detection there somewhere. I do have an Overseer here, and we have some Banshees from Spartan, and we are sending out. The Mama ship is gone. I didn't even see what took that out, because it doesn't look like there's much anti-air here right now, and my Hydros are pretty much dead, and there's not much ground force right now, so I'm going to burrow those because, well, they're not going to do any more good at this point. But we managed to thin that army out considerably, but was it too high of a cost? I don't know. And we still have these forces to deal with. No upgrades. He's going for all the air and no upgrades at all. It looks like we had a count. Oh, no, but he's just going to try to mine here. It looks like Contrarian's got probes just sitting there for no particular reason. And looks like he's got some Stalkers here, but it's just not enough to take this out. Although they do manage to focus down a carrier, which means there's only one left, and a couple of softened up Void Rays. We need to get something. He does have Spire Tech, but he just doesn't have any minerals right now. He desperately needs minerals. He can put out a wave of Corruptors, probably deal with this. They're going to try to focus down these Spores, but they are going to be taking a little bit of damage here and there. Carrier is still alive. And I've got another force of Hydros. They can do +2 attack, and that carrier is kind of in a really bad position. I'm going to get right underneath the carrier and focus it down, and it goes down. But we still have... Oh, nope. The Stalkers from Contrarian are going to be able to finish that off. But at the same time, yeah, there's a ping here. The Marines from Talaris, 2-1 Marines, are going to stop this expansion from ever really getting started. So Dunamite cannot get the minerals they need, and this is not going to be enough roaches. And the Zealots cannot get up there. They're trying to squeeze through the roaches, do as much damage as they can. They do have the charge upgrade, which is going to help them a little bit. And oh, these drones, the drones! Oh, and there's some Stalkers over here, and Dunamite is sending over his Overlords to kind of watch over the battle. So we'll see if that works out well. And these Marines probably could, well, I guess they can finish off those Stalkers. Why not? Here's some more Stalkers. Oh, those are actually his drones. I thought those were his roaches. And he's gonna try to focus this down. He's got a slight upgrade advantage as long as he maintains his shields. Which that's just it. Once he loses his shields, the upgrade's pretty much even. It looks like I'm pulling my forces back. I've got quite a few Hydros here. This should be enough to clean this up. I think these Marines may have overstayed their welcome. There's no reason to completely obliterate your forces, but at the same time, we got a bunch of Stalkers here and some DTs for the Reaper. And I do have some Spines. It's not going to be enough. I do have an Overseer here too, so that at least they can see the DTs, which really aren't doing that much right now. The Queen's going to try to focus down that DT. I don't know if it's going to be enough. And the Spine is going to go down. I'm in some big trouble here. I'm trying to bring my forces back. They've not focused down the Overseer yet, so technically I can still see these DTs, but they're just completely destroying my drones. I need to actually burrow those right now. It's the best thing I could be doing. I could be focused down those Stalkers. I'm going to try to micro my way in, try to get as much damage in there as I possibly can. And thank you for that Overseer surviving. He did not bother to focus that down, and we will... I still hear DTs. Oh, he could have focused down that Spine, but he decided at the last second not to focus down that Spine, and it will survive, and we've managed to give him the death poke. And I did manage to save the Queens and some drones, but I just cannot keep an economy up this game, it would appear. And we got another push here from Kloss with his Stalkers. Not a lot, though. 2 Stalkers. Oh, he's going to focus down that creep colony, or creep tumor, but I don't think alerting him that we're just going to snipe some creep tumors is necessarily his best option right there. And oh, we're going to get in range of the Observer for Contrarian. He's going to focus down that the Observer of Kloss, which is going to keep him from blinking into the base. And whoa, watch the Vikings! Watch the Vikings! There's no reason to send the Vikings in there like that. And it looks like we had another force for the Reaper. It's not as big as the last one, so is it going to be as effective? I have still a fairly big force here to defend, and are they going to focus down the Overseer? The Overseer is actually going to get up to some high ground. And looks like he's not going to get quite as much damage this time. Yeah, I got to move that Overseer because I realized the DTs were kind of getting out of range of it. And going to deflect that one pretty well, but we still do have these Stalkers from Kloss. It looks like Contrarian finally getting his Archons up. He's going to try to force that back. Just pure Stalker. I don't know if he's going to do it, but some carriers might help that out. He does have some Void Rays, but there's not enough there to just charge him in that battle. They're going to have to wait till they get a little bit closer. But oh, some Void Rays from Mariel. Still no upgrades. You're making all these air army and no upgrades. And here comes the mothership from Contrarian. He should Vortex or something. He's going to Vortex, but he misses the carriers. He may have grabbed some interceptors. I don't know, but he completely missed the carriers. But I think the Vikings here from Spartan are going to be enough to clean this up. And he's trying to do an Archon toilet, but I don't really think there's anything in here except maybe... No, there's nothing in there. He completely whiffed on that. So we are going to force that back, but it looks like I got a little bit aggressive here. Doesn't look like I did much damage though, unless there were some buildings right here, but I'm going to have to try to run back now, but I got a lot of Marines on my tail, and this is not going to be enough to take those out. So I could be losing my expansion again, and all my army. Yeah, looks like there's going to be more than enough Marines to take this out. Hydros are going to give it their all. But is it going to be enough? And it looks like Contrarian did try to push a little bit here. It looks like he managed to snipe this expansion, and Spartan's actually here too, but he does have some Banshees here, but I have lost my expansion. I'm trying to save the drones. The Marines are not really keen on actually doing anything, but it looks like Spartan's going to try to push here right now. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. He really needs to get his Banshees here to try to focus down these oh, there's actually detection here somewhere. There's the Observer. I didn't notice that. And fortunate for the Banshees, they didn't notice it either. So he's going to try to get out of there, but with Blink, I don't think he's got any chance of getting away. And these Marines are going to move on to Contrarian. I don't really have enough here. I'm trying to see if I could grab some stragglers. Contrarian's going to... Oh, he tried to get in some Zealots, so his pylon goes down at some point. It's going to cancel that, but with the Archons returning here, my Hydros as well, it's going to be enough to clean this up. And it looks like we got Talarus going to try to hit his base. I think this is Ling is actually blocking. He's like, forget that. Why bother scanning? Because... well, I don't have an orbital command, so I can't scan. Well, alright. So, I mean, we're just taking it on both flanks right now, but it doesn't look like anyone's really got that big an army. It looks like Contrarian's the one's doing the best right now, and Spartan's not doing so bad either. Everyone else is a little bit underwhelmed, and if we check the income right now, it looks like, again, Contrarian seems to be the one that's dominating right now, and Talaris is not doing too bad, but oh, looks like we got another push from these Stalkers from Colossus, but they're going to run into some Lings, which I don't know why you blinked there. If there had been another force behind that, you basically just lost your blink. And well, there's something there behind it. It's not the biggest force, but it looks like it's enough to force them back, but there's still an Observer there, so that those Banshees cannot really go uncontested. And we got more Marines pushing out for towers. They haven't really changed up their build any. We've been trying to, I think, change up our builds a little bit, and oh no, Contrarian's got him flanked. What is he going to do? There's no way to get out of there, although not the best engagement. His Archons are kind of in the choke point. He kind of wanted to wait till he got in the choke point, and I have no idea what that blink was supposed to be. That blink just did nothing but give him half a second where he was not shooting. And what was that? And he's going to bring in the Void Rays in, but Void Rays do not do bonus damage against the Archons. The Archons got pretty good splash there, but it doesn't look like it's going to be quite enough, although he is losing quite a few Void Rays. And here comes some more Archons. Banshee's not really going to do much, and this is not going to be enough. But meanwhile, you got these Marines once again taking out this base, which looks like Contrarian had claimed that this time, but it's not going to be enough. But once again, losing an Air Force on Island, Mariel X really can't afford to build this again. He's got no gas income. I mean, he's basically got this base for gas income, I'm assuming. Well, he lost this base, and I'm sure his main is tapped for gas, so there's no way he can rebuild that army at this point. And what do we got here? A ton of probes from Kloss. He's got a ton of gas. Dude, give some gas to your buddies. They really could use some gas, because you don't seem to really be doing anything but making Stalkers, which is I mistakenly corrected myself earlier. Don't require that much in the way of gas. And these warriors are going to try to focus down these Stalkers. It looks like they do. Well, they don't actually have an attack upgrade. These Stalkers have no upgrades whatsoever. And it looks like Contrarian is on the offensive right now. And it looks like I'm pretty much staying. I'm basically at this point trying to keep my Hydras at home and provide any defense from counterattacks in this direction, which I don't know what's coming, but they've sent a lot of things that way, and I'm just trying to hold that flank for us in case they come back, because, well, here comes another force of a small force of Stalker, and DT keeps getting smaller every single time. Look, I can't even afford to rebuild my base, so I'm long distance mining because I just lost so much economy. I just can't afford to keep this up, and I do have that Overseer on the high ground. They cannot see it, and I can just sit up here and just kind of, you know, shoot those down, although I probably should be, you know, working to actually save my drone, but I can't afford to lose my drones. So I am going to deflect this off. It's a great idea just to keep my forces back here. And Mariel's going to leave the game. Kloss is going to push forward again. I don't know what he just shot there. I don't know why he's not killing off those Marines. He's going to keep pushing forward. And it looks like there's plenty here to defend this, although he has no position to high ground, so he can't blink away. And there's the GG from Talaris. He's basically backed himself into a corner. Blink. You gotta blink out of there. Blink out of there. He's just taking a ton of damage when he can blink. What? And now he blinks when he's pretty much out of danger anyhow. And it looks like we finally won this war of attrition. I just think they didn't really change up their build. They just kind of did the same thing. I mean, Muriel just kept going heavy air when it did some damage, but we were starting to counter pretty well. And these Blink Stalkers really weren't the answer. Not really a lot pushing here to try to take this out, although all these Vikings are going to land and try to do some damage. Plus 3 attack on those Vikings. Spartan really stepping up with the anti-air when he saw that they just refused to change what they were doing. And we got some Roach Lane kind of pushing in here. Really any upgrades on those? I guess he's working on the Roaches for the upgrades. But what do they have left right now? And I lost a bunch of Hydras. I thought I had more Hydras. Did I lose a bunch of Hydras here? Let me back that up. What did I lose those Hydras to? Let's just back up just a little bit. Well, I mean, this is the battle where I stopped him before, so obviously something else happened over here, because there are fewer Hydras in that other shot than there were before. Oh, here we go. That's what he warped in some Zealots and brought in some Immortals. Yeah, that's going to cause a bit of a havoc. Although with the Spines and the Hydras, they're still doing a pretty good job. But yeah, oh yeah, here come the DTs. That's probably what took their numbers out. And yeah, they saw that. They pulled back. Oh, I pulled forward too soon. Oh, that was a bit of a misclick right there. I need to pull back to the defenses. Maybe pull back behind the Spine. Yeah, that's where I lost it from. And now we've got to take this out before it. Well, I think he left. Yeah, he left after that attack failed. Okay, so that's what happened to all my Hydras. But I mean, seriously, it's a good thing I kept those there. I was basically just guarding that flank to keep us from dying, because I mean, Contrarian was basically trying to kill them, and I was basically our last line of defense over here. Even getting another Spore just for good measure, but I think we've got this game well in hand. So quite the crazy game. I felt that whole game like we were just holding on by a thread in it. And seeing the rest of the battle now, I kind of feel that we were. I mean, we made some good forays, but we were off and on the defensive. We made a few offensive pushes, but I don't think we ever did quite as much damage, or at least pushed quite as far into their territory as they pushed into ours. So just kind of on the edge that whole game, but you know, we got Archon Viking Marine basically, which I mean, how often do you see that combination? And I mean ground Viking. As Vikings are shooting, their little front plates are kind of dancing around. Look at these plates right here alongside the cockpit. Well, now he's not going to shoot, but these little plates right here are kind of wiggling about as he moves. Doesn't seem very secure, does it? Having those things flapping about, it seems like a point there where they might break and, you know, try to convert back into air mode, and then it doesn't work right and they crash. I mean, that just seems horrible. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this game. It was quite exciting. It was quite a nail-biter, but it was fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a day.